Fala Lala, so what we're gonna share with people today?
Today we can talk about the next part of the study series that includes schedule and distributed learning.
Awesome, so let's do it.
Fala galera! So in this next part of the series, we're going to explore how to set up your schedule so you can boost your learning speed. And there is only just one powerful idea, principle, that we're going to apply to achieve that. So the overview for today's video lesson is: what is distributed learning, the principle, why does it matter, and action steps that you can take to apply it to your own life. So what's the idea? It's the principle called distributed learning, which was explored by Benedict Carey in his book How We Learn. It relates to the fact that our brains learn more and better if we space out our study sessions instead of cramming everything at once. Our brains need time to process and consolidate the information that we study into long-term memory, and so there's a biological threshold on how much you can learn or study in a study session or even in a day. So instead of trying to cram everything, all the material for a class before an exam or on the day off, it's immensely better from your brain perspective to space out your study sessions into multiple days. Differently, it's way better to have multiple study blocks than a big one. As we're gonna see, it literally doubles the amount you remember after studying. And the good thing is that it doesn't take, you don't need to study harder, you don't need to study longer, you just need to do it distributedly, spaced out. Why does it matter? To answer that, I'm gonna have to quote two books. One is from Benedict Carey and How We Learn, and another is from Cal Newport, How to Become a Straight A Student. Benedict Carey tells us, people learn at least as much and retain it much longer when distribute or space their study time than when they concentrate on it. Mom is right. It's better to do a little today and a little tomorrow rather than everything at once. It's not just better, but a lot better. Distributed learning can double the amount we remember later on. And you're not spending any more time, you're not working any harder, but you will remember it for longer. Now, Cal Newport in How to Become a Straight A Student, he tells us, memorization is particularly dependent on your available mental energy. It doesn't work if you try to commit items to memory for 8 hours straight, but it does work if you try to memorize only an hour at a time and only 1 or 2 hours a day. Spread the work out over many days and never dedicate too much time to any one sitting with your flashcards. So if you want to learn the material we have to study as effortless and as fast as we can, it's essential for us to space out our study sessions. It's extremely better to choose 1 hour for 5 days than to choose 1 day and 5 hours normally before the exam. The amount of work is the same, the amount of time is the same, but we're gonna learn way better and be way less stressed in the process. Awesome. With all of that in mind, now let's go to the action steps so you can apply this to your own life. What can you do? Next time you have an exam, plan on start studying at least 2 or 3 days in advance. If you want even better results or the class is super hard, you might want to start at least 4 to 7 days before, even if it's just 30 minutes in the beginning. Ask yourself, how can I best distribute my studying and what will my schedule look like? Start small so you don't procrastinate and stick to your schedule that you planned. Remember, this is supposed to make things easier and less stressful during the process, so make sure you apply it.
Fala Lala, so I'm done now, what should we do?
Awesome! Now we just need to ask everyone for a small favor. Ask them to like the video and share it with their friends who might need this advice.
Cool, awesome.